The film opens with a heart-stopping scene. A man, barehanded and fearless, ascends a perilous mountain peak. But fate takes a tragic turn as he slips, plunging to his doom. Grief-stricken friends and family gather to lay him to rest. Enter Nick, a seasoned private investigator, who narrates the tale of the fallen man, a member of the affluent Varden family. The patriarch's recent demise has left behind Elias, Leo's twin brother, along with Leo's wife Penelope and their mother Audrey. Nick arrives on the island, where Penelope introduces herself with a veiled request. She believes Leo's death was no accident, not a mere slip of fate. Intrigued and tempted by the promise of doubled pay and luxurious island accommodations, Nick agrees to delve into the mystery. He's whisked away to a serene monastery, his temporary sanctuary during the investigation. There, he seeks solace and drink, attempting to drown his personal demons. Venturing into town, Nick bribes a local officer for any tidbits on Leo's case. He meets George Mina, the detective in charge of the case. Nick, feigning the role of an investigator from a multinational life insurance company, requests to examine Leo's case file. He hints at the possibility of family members being implicated in the death, making George hesitant. Nick leaves his card, urging him to reconsider his decision. Later, Nick follows Elias to the mountainside. The sight is chilling. Elias, undeterred by his brother's fatal fall, climbs the same treacherous peak. Ropes be damned. Nick introduces himself as a shadowy figure from the National Intelligence Service, weaving a web of lies about Leo's importance. Elias, deceived, agrees to a clandestine meeting. Over coffee, Nick probes, "Were you and Leo close before his untimely demise?" Elias admits to the usual sibling squabbles but nothing serious. He recalls their father's unconventional method of conflict resolution, boxing gloves for the young twins. A particularly heated argument 3 weeks before Leo's death stands out, but otherwise, they seem close. Mid-conversation, Elias receives a cryptic message, exposing Nick's deception. He abruptly ends the meeting, warning Nick to stay away. Unbeknownst to them, Detective George has been eavesdropping. Nick, realizing the potential of this new ally, convinces George to join forces. Analyzing the recorded conversation, Nick senses a hidden agenda in Elias's behavior, perhaps rooted in jealousy. George, however, remains skeptical, reminding Nick of Elias's privileged upbringing. A photo on George's board catches Nick's eye. Giannis, a notorious drug lord and close associate of Elias, emerges as a potential link to the mystery. Seeking more information, Nick returns to Penelope. She recounts their meeting at Oxford University, where she, a scholarship student and waitress, caught Leo's attention. This sparks a memory in Nick, a painful reminder of his own troubled marriage. He recalls the night his wife, dressed to the nines, revealed her plans to meet someone else, igniting a fire of jealousy within him. Penelope provides Nick with the address of the place where they first met. At the location, Nick discovers a forgotten headband and family photos, along with a lead to a potential witness, Victoria Lackey, a family friend who might shed light on the fateful night of the brothers' bar fight. Victoria, the bartender, claims innocence, insisting she only served drinks and knows nothing of the altercation. She does, however, reveal some intriguing family dynamics. Leo, though part of the family business, was a mere salaryman, while Elias, the confident and assertive one, held the CEO position. Their mother, a formidable presence, oversaw the entire operation. While Leo's heart belonged to Penelope, it was Elias who exuded the alpha male energy, naturally suited to lead the company. Leo, in contrast, was seen as too timid to take the reins. Penelope leads Nick to the crime scene, pointing out the exact spot where Leo's lifeless body was found. Nick is astounded by the sheer audacity of the climb, questioning how Leo could have ascended the mountain barehanded and unprotected. Penelope explains that their father's penchant for extreme adventures, including mountain climbing, had toughened the twins, making them accustomed to such challenges. Sharing his findings from Victoria, Nick suggests a darker possibility: murder. This aligns with Penelope's suspicions. The narrative then flashes back to their college days. It turns out that Elias was aware of Leo's feelings for Penelope. In a calculated move, Elias seized an opportunity to manipulate the situation. When Leo wasn't looking, he took his phone and sent a text to Penelope, inviting her to a study session. Elias, ever the cunning manipulator, swiftly deleted the incriminating message, ensuring his brother remained oblivious. Later, posing as Leo, he approached Penelope, his charm and deception winning her over. Though she knew the truth, she chose silence, a decision that would haunt Leo for years. After graduation, Leo's heart was shattered, losing the love of his life to his own twin brother. To add insult to injury, Elias was the family favorite, the chosen one, the CEO of Eurus. This injustice fueled Leo's growing resentment. Now, Nick, the relentless investigator, seeks to unravel the truth. He approaches Penelope, hoping to meet Leo's mother, Audrey. She agrees, inviting him to a yacht party. At the event, Nick introduces himself as Leo's friend, sparking a conversation with Audrey. He drops a bombshell, a rumor that Leo's death was not accidental but a calculated murder. Audrey's reaction, a mixture of sadness and warning, piques Nick's interest. But before he can delve deeper, Elias interrupts, angrily pushing Nick and demanding he leave the island. This aggressive behavior only strengthens Nick's suspicions. The next day, George delivers unwelcome news. His superior has issued a stern warning: stay away from Nick or face deportation. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Nick accepts his fate, realizing he must now navigate this treacherous path alone. He seeks out Victoria at the bar, only to find it closed and off-limits. The mystery deepens, and the stakes rise as Nick's investigation takes a dangerous turn. Desperate, Nick resorts to shadowing the family. He catches Elias red-handed, a wad of cash clutched in his fist. Following the trail of money, Nick infiltrates a shadowy club, only to be discovered by Yanis's goons. A brutal beating and a chilling death threat force him to retreat, but with George's timely aid, he escapes the clutches of danger. The next morning, Nick shares his harrowing ordeal with Penelope. His investigation leads him to a critical realization. Reaching the mountain peak requires a boat, but which one? He turns to George once more, seeking his expertise. Armed with a file detailing every boat on the island, Nick narrows down the possibilities to those operating on the fateful day. A daring mission takes Nick and George to the dock. As they close in on the truth, they're intercepted by Janice's henchmen. A fierce confrontation ensues, claiming George's life. In a moment of raw instinct, Nick seizes the opportunity, eliminating the threat and avenging his fallen friend. Grief-stricken, Nick pores over Leo's autopsy report. A peculiar detail in the X-rays sparks a chilling revelation. He contacts Penelope, urging her to keep a watchful eye on Elias and ensure Audrey's presence. When Nick confronts Elias, a tense standoff ensues. Elias, cornered and exposed, threatens to call the police. But Nick is one step ahead, revealing the truth. Elias, not Leo, is the real killer. Driven by jealousy and resentment, Leo, the rightful heir, took drastic measures to claim his destiny. Elias, the favored son, the CEO, and the object of Penelope's affection, had become the target of Leo's twisted obsession. Nick adds another damning revelation. Penelope knew Elias was impersonating Leo during their college romance, recognizing his distinct mannerisms and intimate prowess. The truth dawns on Audrey, her son's deception exposed. In a fit of rage and betrayal, she shoots Leo dead. The case is closed, Audrey is arrested, and Nick prepares to return to New York. But a nagging thought from Penelope lingers in his mind. He abandons his flight, hailing a taxi to the yacht. There, he finds Penelope, elegantly dressed. Nick, the astute investigator, unmasks her true intentions. She yearned for freedom, a desire stifled by Elias's controlling nature. She conspired with Leo, who sought to claim his rightful position as CEO. After Elias's demise, Leo's behavior mirrored his brother's, leaving Penelope trapped once more. She orchestrated the entire plot, leaving breadcrumbs for Nick to follow. Nick commends her cunning plan, her path to freedom now clear. He shares his own tale of domestic turmoil, confessing his near-fatal impulse to end his marriage. The sight of his daughter, however, halted his destructive intentions. To escape the chaos, he chose exile. As the film concludes, Penelope offers Nick a passage to New York aboard one of the family's ferries. With a newfound understanding, Nick embarks on his journey home, leaving behind the dark secrets of the Varden family. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. See ya!